So how's everybody doing?
Oh, can't complain. I went to the CB base today, and I almost
golf for it?
Yeah,
Huh.
I had a job interview over there.
Did you get flashbacks and PTSD in the whole 9 yards?
Dude, so I took the GPS and it took me to, I guess it's like the contractor gate, right? And I pulled up and I'm like, yo, I got a job interview at Navy Lodge or whatever. And the dude's like, he's like, are you on the gate list? I was like, dude, I don't know. I have access. Like, you can scan my badge right now. Scan my veteran ID. And he scans it, and he's like, "Oh, you've got MWR access, but I mean, you can't just come on the base for anything and like a job interview and all this stuff." I was like, but I can get on the base and go to the Navy Lodge. I was like, do you know what the Navy Lodge is?
Right?
It is on your base, and I do have an interview there, at 1. And he was like, "Oh well, go to the Pass Road gate, and they would have the gate list or whatever." I was like, "Okay, I got you." I was like, "Now where's that at?" And he's like, "I'm about to tell you." I was like, "You know what? Never mind. I don't need your help." I was like, "Busted Yui here?" He's like, "Yeah, I busted Yui," and left. Went to the other gate. Didn't say a word. They scanned my badge. Told me have a good day. And I just went in.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, like, out of your mind, dude. Like, who are you?
That's
Probably caught him falling asleep or some shit.
No, it was probably some MA that has a hard on because he's actually doing something other than collecting PP.
Right? Oh, God, dude.
Like, bro, your job in battalion is just to collect my urine. Shut up.
That's what Wyatt switched to.
Good God. Well, I remember whenever I can't remember if it was the second or the last deployment that I went on. They, because they never drug tested us overseas. Well, then somebody got caught by it. They never drug tested me, but then somebody got caught buying hash, and then next day, oh hey, you gotta go take a pee test. Oh.
No, dude, I was on every single one for like 2 years because MA1 had it out for me for like. So here's what happened. Okay,
what had happened was.
Yeah, so they did a health and comfort.
You slept with this old lady, didn't you?
They did a health and comfort, which is it's pretty much a shakedown.
Oh yeah.
They found an empty beer bottle in my refrigerator, and Ruiz was my roommate, right? And
Underage?
at the time, I was 21 and he was 20, and they're like, "Oh, well, how old are you?" I'm like, 21. How old's your roommate? I don't know. And then they look, and he's 20. They're like, "I want you at parade rest outside MA1's office, right?" So I'm walking to Spaces, and I was like, called my dad up, told him what was going on, and he's like, "Well, you know what to do, right?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You're not going to captain's mass me. You're going to court-martial me." He's like, "That's my boy." So, I show up there, and he's interrogating me. Got his little voice recorder on. And he's like, "Well, whose beer was it?" "It's mine." "Have you ever bought for Ruiz?" "No." Like, blah, 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 right? His phone rings, and he picks it up, and I guess it's like a chief or something. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, one second." He goes out in the hallway, gets Shu, and Shu comes into the room and is like
Derek?
talking on the phone. Yeah.
The big dumb animal.
Yeah. So then MA1's trying to talk to me. I'm not answering any more questions, right? I'm not talking.
I don't blame you.
And then LN1, the short woman, you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, the lesbian or whatever. Yeah.
She might have been
Short, like bull haircut, like short haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
So
about.
she comes in and she starts talking to MA1, and I'm just sitting there, not talking, and then she left and Shu left, and he turns the tape off, and I looked at him and I said it's in your best interest to drop this whole thing. I said because you just compromised the shit out of that tape. I said you had two other people in here. I said you had two other people in an interrogation room. I said, and they're not even talking to me.
No.
I was like, I'm gonna get a JAG lawyer that isn't on this base. I said, I'm gonna subpoena that tape. I said, you're not gonna Captain's Mask me. I'm requesting court-martial. I was like, I said, not only am I gonna make you look dumb, I said, I want to make this whole base look dumb.
Oh yeah. And you could have very easily.
Oh yeah. So he told me to kindly get the fuck out of his office.
In those words or no?
Well, he said get out. Then I was on random urinalysis for 2 years.
Random.
When he retired, they were like, "Oh, we need people to go to his retirement." I said, "I'm not going, but I'll see him off." And I was at the front gate flipping him the bird. Yeah, he tried to burn me when we went to CAF.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was on the crew that was building trusses, and he called my name for random urinalysis in the wrong tent. I was on weapons watch, and went to work, and then who was that chief that was a diver? It was a woman. You know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Well, she came out and she was like, Durham, you missed your analysis. I was like,
What?
I think I would have made your analysis because I'm on every single one, you know. And she was like, yeah, no, they called your name in tent 4. I was like, I'm in tent 2. So I had to go to senior chief, and like it was this whole thing, right? I was like, I'm requesting that MA1 Baker be here for this, and he did, and I was like, I went in and I was just like, hey, they called my name in the wrong tent. I was like, I've been on every urinalysis for 2 years. I said, you can look, and I was like, he's gunning for me because I made him look dumb 2 years ago. And I was like, how hard is his job? Visually inspect the cup. Do not stick your finger in the cup. Do not blow in the cup. Put it above your shoulder. Fill it up. Like, I was like, I can do his fucking job.
My 10-year-old can do his job.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah. But I mean, they went back and they looked at the records of every urinalysis, and fuck if I weren't on every single damn one of them. And yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm ready to bring him up on some kind of fucking disciplinary shit for that.
Harassment.
And yeah, so yeah, it stopped after that. But I was like, yeah,
it's like, this dude's a pervert. He just wants to see my wiener.
Yeah, he's always licking his lips and shit, putting chapstick on. I don't know what it's about.
Like, he's all like really up in my ear when I'm trying to give my specimen, and
yeah,
I don't like it.
Rubbing my shoulders. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Asking to hold it.
Gently caress my gluteus.
Yeah, dude, I can honestly count on one hand how many times that I was on the urinalysis list.
Yeah, well,
and probably three of those times were command sweeps.
Well, damn.
Yeah, dude, I could have just been doing all sorts of drugs.
No.
Just getting lit in the barracks. Well, I wasn't in the barracks. I don't see how you guys did it. I spent 3 months in the barracks. It was the Gucci barracks too, and I'm sitting there.
I was only in the Gucci barracks when we got back, and then I was out. Then I left 2 weeks later. So.
Yeah, I was in the Gucci barracks, and I was on the second or third floor. And,
I was
every day that window was looking more and more inviting.
Jesus.
I hated it.
Well, yeah, when I was getting out, man, like everybody was everybody left for stand down. You know, they all took leave and shit. So my 32 signatures, I had 16 of them. And then I was there was a armory guy across the hall from me. I knocked on his door. I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Do you want to take these magazines now or what?" He's like, "Dude, just bring them in Monday." I was like, "Dude, I'm getting out Friday." And he's like, "Yeah, man, just bring them in Monday." Got you.
Oh, dude, I had mine. It was funny.
I still have them. Duh.
I sold them. But no, dude. Because whenever I was getting out, it was literally everybody was on deployment. I think I had 2 signatures. Everybody was on deployment, and I was okay, you're not stopping me from leaving. My contract is up. I'm leaving.
I had that Goofy XO was my final signature because at the time it was that short black woman was our CEO.
Yeah, Sims or whatever.
Yeah. And she was on leave, so the XO was my final signature. And I go into his office, and he was like, "Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down." I was like, "Okay." And then he's like, "So, what'd you think?" And I was like, I said, "Permission to speak freely," and he's like, "Oh yeah, of course." And I was like, "You got some officers that I'd follow anywhere." I said, "You got others that I wouldn't follow to go take a shit." Yep. I said, "So if you can get them all on the same page," I said, "you might be working with something."
I mean, I never had to really deal with the officers. Most of them I dealt with was Chief Signs and
dude,
Chief Johnson.
Me and Delgado had it out, son.
Delgado. Why does that name sound familiar?
He was a butter bar when he came in.
Oh, so he was basically an E1 with a college degree.
Yes. So we're gonna have to record this, and I'm gonna have to tell this again So
I'm broadcasting. So.
Oh well, I mean, so pretty much what happened was when I was in Sharana, he came out. I was on camp maintenance for a couple weeks.
Ew, I hate camp maintenance.
I was out there with pre-cup, and a hot water pipe had busted. Were you in Sharana?
No.
Okay, so a hot water pipe had busted. So me and him were digging through the fucking sand and rocks down to it. And Delgado comes out of the little officer's office, and he's like, "Durham, I need a wastebasket built." And I was like, "All right, sir, I'll get to it when I can." And he's like, he walks away, and notices that I'm not walking away. I'm still digging in this hole. And he's like, "Durham, you did hear what I said?" I was like, "Yeah."
Do you not see what I'm doing?
Is she laying in it? No. But so pretty much, he's like, "That's a priority, right?"
How is that wow?
Yeah. So I with
Did
the
you forget to invite Miles?
Shit.
Thanks, bud.
I'm like,
run one. Why'd we do that? Why did y'all
I was in the other room. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you guys are talking about.
Oh, so I put the shovel down. And I said, you know what's priority for me? Hot water for 350 military personnel. I was like, like a wastebasket is nothing. You can literally use like a plastic bag until I'm done.
It's like, dude, we're in Afghanistan. Just throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
Throw it in that burn pit that we all get, compensation for now.
Yeah. So he like walked. I was like, if you want to go get a captain or a commander or lieutenant commander, I was like, if you want to get one of them to come out here and tell me that, I was like, I will probably tell them the same thing. All right. So he walks like I was like, go get Miranda was out there. I said, go get Lieutenant Commander Miranda to come out here and tell me that, right? And he goes in the office, and I guess he tried. I guess he like brought it up and said, no, he brought him out. He brought him out, and then he was like, okay, so tell Commander Moreno what you told me, right? And I did, and then he was like, Delgado, leave him alone, right?
Stop being an idiot.
Yeah, and then I'm digging, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna poke the bear a little bit, and I walked into the bathroom, and they have those big ass metal trash cans.
Yeah.
I went in and took the trash bag out of it, and I took that big metal trash can into the officers' offices and put it in there. And he's like, "It's too big." I was like, "It'll do for now." And
that's what your wife said, sir.
Dude, yeah, but I got him back pretty good. You know how. You know how the new officers, they get that boot, right?
Yeah.
So, Chris, Brad, the first deployment of officers, they get it's a boot filled with concrete, right? And it has a piece of rebar bent around inside the shoe to be like a handle.
Okay.
All right. So just imagine it's a boot filled with concrete with a handle on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they have to carry it everywhere with them on deployment.
That's like the Chiefs and their little
guns. Hazing.
Yeah. Wooden guns.
So
Mad Hatter's in a match and can't be invited.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I was caught up in the past. So pretty much they came out on a site visit or something, and it was Miranda and Delgado were out there, and we all were all working, and then we had lunch, which was just fucking MREs. Mm-hmm. And Miranda gave Delgado the vegetable omelet, as you do for his MRE. He could not eat it. Fucking Miranda scooped that damn omelet up and ate it. It's not the taste, it's the texture, But pretty much, Delgado had walked away, and he looked at me and looked at the boot and said, he's like, Durham, I don't want to see this all deployment. And I was like, yeah, I got you, sir. So I took the boot and hit it. He was so distracted that he didn't even realize that he had forgotten it, right? Like when it was time for them to leave, he didn't say a word about it, right? So I promptly, when we got off, I went to MWR and hit up my buddy Sprigg, who was in NMCB 40, and he was in Spain. I mailed him the boot to Spain. And then he sent it to our buddy Albritton, who was in 3.
I guess I'm just playing a game myself.
Yeah, that boot traveled the world for like 3 years. No, probably like 2.5 years. It finally did make it back to NMCB4's spaces about the time I was getting out, and like there were just all these fucking stamps on this box that was the boot.
Sir, you forgot something.
Yeah, then he was like a lieutenant at the time when it finally came back, and he was just like, oh. And like, I mean, he saw like the first mailer, his name's on there. He's just like, oh, what the fuck? You're like, yeah.
Here's your boot, sir.
Yeah, orders came higher up.
I miss him. Well, I miss things.
You miss the people. You don't miss the bullshit. I'm the same way.
I mean, I don't miss having a grown-ass man, check my room for dust and...
Yeah, yell at me for not folding my underwear right.
Yeah. Well, no, fuck, my last deployment, I was rooming with Talifero, Guffey, Shekels, one of the new kids, and, fuck, a BU2 at the time. But,
that is rough. That's a hard thing to do, though.
I'm sure you would be able to get everybody.
Yeah.
But with that time frame,
Yeah.
most would be able to plan.
Yeah. We're gonna go see Miles, and be a hindrance to him.
Only if he makes some salsa.
I gotta make more salsa, apparently.
Yeah. She said magical. I'm gonna get my boots muddy as a motherfucker. I'll be like, nice couch.
Oh, come on.
You welder, you can buy another one, motherfucker.
Yeah, right. I don't make that much, bro. I wish.
F your couch. F your couch.
Man, I was with Guffey, and he, during room inspections, he decided, because, well, Talifero ended up leaving dirty laundry under his bed in a bag, which made it stink, yeah. Chief Johnson's like, Chief Johnson with his fucking New York accent and shit. He's all like, what the fuck is that smell? Without skipping a beat, dude, fucking Guffey's like, burnt rubber and blood, Chief. Like, you no.
Well, so you know how, those barracks rooms were old as shit. You know what I mean? So when they tossed my shit and the same one they found that empty beer bottle or whatever. Oh, by the way, that was Ruiz's.
Good cover.
Well, it wasn't even like I didn't give it to him. It was him and Cruz and them.
See,
and,
that's a
Nava.
true battle buddy.
But pretty much he found out there was a Health and Comfort, and I guess he had like a 16-pack in his closet. He ran to the barracks, took it out, threw it in the dumpster. And like I found out later, like once me and Ruiz got to talk, I was like, "Whose beer did you say it was?" He's like, "I said it was yours." I was like, "Was it you?" I said it was mine. And I was like, "Throw away your fucking beer next time. Who puts an empty?"